Hello there, Capricorn. Welcome to my channel, Joy to the World. I am your reader, Melissa Joy, and I'm telling you, if you saw that fog, that reading, and you thought that was some Little Red Riding Hood's coming to bust you out the hood, she got her bag of tricks, and she's like, we're going to get them out of there. Those planets have imprisoned them, hijacked them in, and limited them in to just one scope, one perspective, and it's violently different than what you feel in your heart. Have you felt assaulted, like you've had to be a warrior your whole life, like you've had to fight for things, let things go, that it's been this tug of war, that type of energy? Let's do that again. Is that how you feel? A little bit of that? And you ready to get into the collarbone, open it? Y'all, seriously, because that's the high heart right here. The collarbone, let me expose it then. Come on, friend. There we go. That high heart energy opening on up. Let it open on up. Yes and amen. Because I don't know why that just came up in here. I'm going to flick it off. Flick it off and leave it behind. Because that's that wild thing. It's like, here is why she coming in. We have been dancing with the devil. And I'm not talking about the one that is your friend. That was that thing. It played friend and whatever. And somehow, because this is scope of your hood, meaning, I guess they're talking about a hood, very much like Scorpio type energy, maybe Plutonic type energy. And if you have a hood, you can only see so much around you, you know, that if it were off, you would have so much more vision. You would have a 180 degree view. So you've been living at about 65. So if we had about 65% of our view and 180, that's 125 degrees that has been crop up on by this little energy right here. Miss Muffet sitting on her tuffet, eating her curls away. She is the spider. And that's sick, y'all, because it's coming out of your guts and out of your belly. And it's been playing on you for so long by plaguing you. You want to know more about that? Because we got to dance with that devil. You want to know why? Because little Miss Red Riding Hood. Hello. Little Miss Red Riding Hood. I might not have that red hair anymore, but my blood is red. It's red in all of us. I'm coming along with my bag of tricks, whatever they are. I don't know yet. We're going to be like, sweep. We're going to deal with that big bad wolf that's been putting on Granny. It's been putting on our name of our ancestry and our would that be a heritage? Yeah, of where we come from and our ancestors, and messing with the voice and making it think our voice and following the guidance, and we have been usurped. If we could see how many times we have spun around the galaxy in energy and investments, and we are just cutting that up. You are not going to sit here and feed off of us anymore, little Miss Red Head Devil Dead. All that toadstool is poisonous. And that's just around you. That is not you. That is just a big old fat lie. So I'm going to put little Miss Red Riding Hood on top of her, because you want to know why? That's what it's been up with continuing. I love that, y'all. Look at it lighting up the star right there. It might just be my perspective here, but it's mighty bright. This is you. Look at your wisdom, your gentleness, your humility. You're not a predator, right? But you've been being preyed upon. P-R-E-Y, not P-R-A-Y. And people's words and stuff limiting you and coming on about you, and you just being strong enough and capable enough and using all of your abilities to just keep moving through it, going through it, towing the line, carrying the weight, doing that sort of thing, right? But see, it has left your home devoid and empty. It's left you crop up in the hood, stuck up in the hood, and here's all these bag of tricks, though, that you learned and earned. And they don't belong to this anymore. And I'm like, oh, because these are background cards. I'm like, tell the truth, Gabriel. He's actually up there like this. Tell the truth. Tell the truth. Bring in our real essence of abundance. Father Gabriel coming in right now. And Queen of Swords is like, well, let's take a look at that. Let's see what this is. Because see that planet, that whole, It would never be satisfied. It would never be. And that's why I love that Saturn has been moved on out. And actually, a lot of these planets are being moved out of their sign. And they were being replaced by more benefic energies. But now the Sun and Jupiter have merged, meaning there's no limitless. It's limitless possibilities, and being open to the enjoyment of this life. And what's beautiful about it coming in now is it's almost like a scoop. Like if you want something, the ice cream, and they go and they scoop it and it fills up that scoop. It's like it's going and scooping up all that you have invested and all that was spent out with that nasty thing. Where's she at? All like, oh, instantly, oh, I'm just sitting here. I'm just, like the Cheshire Cat, like Kaa in Jungle Book. Oh, I'm just here doing my little eyes on you, and I'm mind controlling you, and I'm going to use your body and use your energies to fill up my wealth and my storehouse. And that has left you empty? Heck no. This is how you feel about that. And I love it because this is coming in along with the star. And I love it because also it's coming in with this Queen of Wands. It's flat out like that thing was a compressed image, and you were compressed, and you weren't able to have the full expanse of life. Just work, service, overcome. Oh, you don't have parents, or you have parents but they don't take care of you. You'll make it. How many times have you been, oh, I'll make it, I can push through, I can get there, and then you get there and all you get is all that's left for you is that. Being able to have some peace and quiet for a moment at the end of your day. One bite of what was left of the whole thing that you prepared. And it's like, that's enough. That's plenty for me. And that's that thing. That old voice has limited you. So I love it because it looks like a fan, but really it's hard. It's slipping out a big one for you. And this is like the master key. It is the power holder of what? Luxury, ease, beauty, delight. You got all these things. Look at all this coming in. You got that King of Swords. You got your mind relaxing and divining so that you don't have to keep going through the healing of the mind, the healing of the heart. Yes, please. Thank you, Queen of Swords, for showing us that. So let me stick her aside because we got, y'all, you're bringing in a lot. And I'm like, okay, you're like, we can do a lot with a little. Because that's what you've been doing. Is that you? Have you been doing that, my friend? And we're ready to let you have your full measure. That's what we're speaking about here, is your full measure. And that's what you're hearing here. So you're like, bring it all in, Joy. We can do a lot in a few minutes. So we got Azrael, the angel of death, and Remiel, the angel of visions. So they're coming to resurrect your vision. They're coming to correct your vision. To expand your vision to what? The original lens. So what they're really going to do is be like, swoop, swoop. You know, if you've ever been to the eye doctor and they go, what about this one? What about this one? And they have this thing sitting in front of you of a stack of lenses. They're dropping one, they're pulling it out. They're dropping one, they're pulling it out, because they're further and further away and closer to you until you get the aha, right? Now we want excellence. We want perfection. Let's just say it, Capricorn. Perfection, 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 perfection. And my collarbones start opening up like, yes. Everything. I want it all that is me, and I don't have to decide right now. That's the beauty of it. I get to live it, and I get to engage with it and move about with it. And if I want to sit here a little bit longer, camp here a little bit longer, have an extra help into this, or go to bed early, or come over to this shore or that shore, meet with this friend, or head on out, that's the beauty of this revision. They're taking you into your provision, your truth, into your original self. All right? They're pulling all those lenses off of other people's expectations and curses and whatever else is there. And I'm telling you, friend, when it came from Saturn, it came from before you were born. So you can come in, but you're going to owe me. No, I don't. I am here in this body. I am here on this planet. I've already paid everything. Because when we do come here, y'all, most of us do come with a savings account. Man, we allot different energies to our eyes, our ears, our nose, our mouth, our hair, our location, where we're going to live, how we're going to look, all that kind of stuff. But we also come in with this reserve that is here to carry us through our whole life, our divine self. And so we don't owe anything. We don't have to beg, barter, plead, steal any of that. All that was it. Look at that face looking at you. Isn't that smug? Isn't that smug when something is lied, tricked, and whatever, and then you calling them out on it, and they're just like, yeah, whatever. No shame. No shame. And I don't mean like the shamey shame. No remorse. It's those things around you that aren't going to give up. That's your surrender. Not giving up like you think. It's like, I'm not going to play the game anymore. That kind of give it up. That I'm not going to keep paying the price anymore. That kind of giving up. It's like, I give up, I surrender. Oh, tug of war. What? And the prize is you get to have whoever wins. And you got me doing all this and whatever. It's like, oh, here, you just go ahead and have it. If everything's always yours and always going back to your bank account and extending out, and as we know, where does she go? Where did you go? That your tastes and desires are never going to end and you're living vicariously through me? Azrael and Remiel, they got the remedy for that ass. And they're like, I've done that before, y'all. When you're in this tug of war and then they're cheating and they're pulling in extra, I'm kidding. I'm not kidding. When you're young, oh, come on, get on here. And then you come on in the midst of it. And that wasn't what you agreed to. You see what I'm saying? Let me clear that up. In the midst of it and I'm having to work harder and harder and harder. No, I'm not doing the Sisyphus anymore. Sisyphus is the one that was at the mountain having to hold the rock. Keep building my strength and building my strength for what? For your bank account? For your he, ha, ha, ha. I don't care. You know, because somebody has no remorse, has no value for you. And intrinsically, no value for themselves. No value for life itself. And they're not on my watch, friend. They're not going to keep squandering you. This is you. This is your joy. These are your dreams. This is your investment in all that you have applied yourself, worked for, engaged with. Okay? So, you start feeling that tug of war, just be like, because then it's going to be like, what? And you'll watch it fall on its ass, and it'll be like, I don't have to do what you say. You don't own me. You don't control me. You didn't pay the price to come in this body. So if I don't want to stay 5 more hours at this venue until everybody leaves to make sure everybody has what I'm ready to go, bye. My back's starting to get tired and I'm ready to go home and I maybe not have found what I was looking for while I was shopping, bye. Because I'm more about my peace and my comfort in the now. How revolutionary. How revolutionary is that? Well, that's what they say. This is the revolution. How revolutionary is that, Capricorn? That you can start out on a quest and then you don't have to push through because it has layers. It knows you. You are yourself and you are divine. Because if anything, it is doing things that we don't totally understand. Like you could listen to the chit chat. I don't know what I'm going to call it, but I could call it the PSA because I had a big blank out in the midst of it. But releasing the iron collar, that servitude for someone else's pleasure, and you aren't included. We're just going to use you and utilize you and use you up. That's why she's coming in. She's like, I have survived this so many times. And me, y'all, I'm going to bring my bag of tricks, my bag of truths. Tricks ain't just for kids, my friends. We are coming in here because as you level up and as you are living this beauty and this power and you're feeling that magic and your world is transforming, it makes my world a better place. I might not ever see you or meet you other than through this lens, but that is victory to me. All of us, because as we all do, then that old maniacal mind and that entrapment and whatever, it loses its power. It begins to rip the fabric and it doesn't have sway over us anymore so that we can come on out. I give my vote for that. And live in this peaceable kingdom. Live the promise. Because that is the trust, the connection with your divine self, knowing that it wasn't meant to be like this, because when all you're doing is falling out tired at the end of the day, and that's all this is, but you've watched other people's lives and stations improve as you've contributed to it, that was the lie of this one. That's all you're here for. Making everybody else's life better. But that's the thing, if it's working outside of you, but it's not working the same inside of you, that's because there was something that was before you were born that got in that time of your gestation and said, I'm going to go ahead and set up house, and I'm going to set up the rules and the regulations and the systems and the lenses. Now we're pulling those lenses of distortion off. And there were 8 of them. Okay? Because 8 is great behind that. This is like if we take this and we expand it into one eye and then the other eye. Somebody go to the eye doctor. I don't know. Or begin doing things to enhance your vision. I don't know how, but yeah, I do. I've been through lots of training for that because the brain injury stuff. Our vision is more than our eyesight, my friend. Okay? Eyesight helps us to see. Vision helps us to understand and perceive. Okay? So this is like what's been going on. The lens that you've had to see is you see all this magnificence and whatever, but this has been the internal experience. See, these things, these that come in to pierce the heart are cutoffs. They've cut you off to your own wealth. They've cut you off to your own luxury. Okay? They've cut you off to your own abundance. That, oh, it just flows one way. It's in that way. Better always be my way. You better play by my rules if you want to make it. Because see, that's the thing with Capricorn. Not a people pleaser, my friend, but a systems appeaser. It's like, well, you better do this if you know what's good for you. Not like, man, if you want me to like you. No, it wasn't like that. It's like, could I just make everybody stop crying? Could I just level out the system, balance the system so that it'll quit spinning and moving about and it'll be calm and I can get to me? I can get to my peace and quiet. I can get to my luxury, my dreams, my desires, that type of thing. So it was way more people appeaser than people pleaser. That means you just trying to survive till your dreams can come true, my friend. Now, the wild thing is with what's going on planetary right now, and these are timeless. So whenever you show up, you were led here because of what is going on in your life. It says a fiery climax approaches. Now, if that makes your insides start getting slightly unnerved, let's just do a breath, all right? So breathe in and breathe it out. And you breathe in till you feel like you can't breathe and the shoulders lift. And breathe it out. That buys you some space, literally, right there. And then you can sit here and look at this and go, okay, a fiery climax approaches, and you go, well, how can I turn that? How can I transform that? Because it's talking about full moon in Aries, and we got the Aries North Node going on right now. We got Aquarius full moon right now, which is trying to, the energies of that moon is trying to lock us back in that old Capricornian energy when Pluto was dancing up in there, dancing with the devil, dancing with Saturn up in there, doing all that kind of stuff and like crushing you, okay? Extracting everything from you more than you can handle, but yet you still kept going. We're talking about Gabriel bringing the rewards. That's what they're up here for. They're like, we bringing it back. We bringing you abundance back. And in it, the first person point of view here. Okay? And these dreams are going to be chasing you down. So we can just turn this into like a firework display. You could be like, oh, we're going to celebrate. Do the boom boom of the fireworks, and then you begin to transform the way you're perceiving it, the lens that you're seeing it, because that first visceral reaction when you've been through the ringer so much, and especially like the last 5 to 10 years, and you've been humping it and you've been going, but the rewards and the returns haven't looked exactly like they should, well then let's do that breath again. That was them, because part of what, I don't know why they keep calling her Dorothy even though she's so Red Riding Hood, I guess. She's like, and whatever is in the past, leave it over your shoulder, because you got so much coming in. This is your guiding star. And you don't have to hide anymore. You don't have to do without anymore. It's not being stored up or stored away into some secret vault, false bank account that's been robbing you blind. Let's talk about don't let pride get in your way. And that was just that old lens in that mind. It's not like puffed up, like, I don't need that, I'm not going to have that. No, it's like that quake kind of rising up inside, like, I don't know if I can handle anymore, okay? Because pride simply means a distortion in the way you're seeing things, this way or that. And that's this old thing trying to see, it's coming out of the guts and the belly, trying to sensate and get you to get a little trepidatious or get a little shoulders up or think, you know, I either need to retreat or I need to press forward, the warrior. And it's like, no, you don't. You just be like that rope in your mind. You're like, boom. Or like, I'm not going to snap it, but you can stretch the rubber band till it pops, right? You just be like, I'm letting go of that. And you're going, okay, if I knew it was going to be a fiery climax and I hear that, then what can I choose? And right now, if you're with me, I'm selected, firework display, because I love fireworks and they're always about a celebration. I think I'm like, why don't they just have a general fireworks store where people can have fireworks on their birthday? I'm talking about that. Or you could be thinking about, I'm going to make me a bonfire and sit out there with my hot cocoa, relax and sip around that fire and just let my dreams roll on out and relax in my own power. That fireworks display is going to be like a joygasm, all your power coming out into the world going, we have overcome. We have overcome. Free at last. Free at last. That hood had to let go of you, my friend. Especially the last 15, 16 years. No more of that evidence trying to shove it down your throat and prove it's your truth and bleed you dry. And just keep demanding and expecting from you. No, we seal this up. This is who we are, man or woman. This is who we are. Your bosom, your heart, you is pure delight and mirth and beauty and joyousness coming forward. You the dream weaver. I'm like, dream it up, and start dreaming now. You don't have to wait. That's what your healing is. You ready to fly? You are ready to fly free. So I got my cable cutters. Okay. There we go, Miss Dorothy, Red Riding Dorothy Who. That's one of my tools, and we're just gonna clip these bars or whatever so you don't have to clip your wings to get out of here. You didn't know, my friend. I didn't either. And now that I do, now that I see right here with you, I am like, yes. I'm a little gobsmacked for a moment, but then I'm like, yes, I'm letting go of that rope. I am getting that chain off my throat. I'm cutting you out of here so that you can leave, all right? We will make a way where there wasn't a way. Thanks be to God. And thanks be to you. I'm glad you're here. If you liked it, subscribe. My channel's free. Hey, I'm happy to have you here. You could also hit that like button, give us a vote, and help us rise to the top. Let's bust out of this thing. We bust out however we need to, Capricorn. She got her Dorothy Red Riding Hood, got her magic bag of tricks, right? Okay, leave me your comments and compliments down below. I'll talk to you next time. Love you. Bye.